There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
How's it going, everybody? Today I'm reviewing the newest film in the Star Wars franchise, Star Wars The Force Awakens, directed by J.J. Abrams, starring new people such as Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, Oscar Isaac, along with many more, and you have the returning favorites. You have Han Solo back, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher's back as Princess Leia, you got Luke Skywalker back with Mark Hamill. They're all back, they're ready, and let's get right into it. First off, I'm going to tell you this, I'm going to leave this spoiler free. So first off, my initial reaction of this movie was I loved it, every bit of it, start to finish, amazing. Now, me, I don't have the personal connection to the original trilogy that everyone else does. I like them. I've just gotten caught up in this anticipation. I don't know if you guys watch it, I watch Collider Jedi Council all the time. I watch all that stuff, so I've really just got amped up for this movie, and it slowly grew on my anticipation. I think probably at the beginning of the year, it was on number 2 and had The Revenant number 1. This thing definitely climbed to number 1. The Revenant is still up there. I still haven't seen that, but I loved every bit of this movie, start to finish. There is not a wasted scene. Every scene, it keeps going. There's no slow scenes. Sure, there's dialogue scenes, but they always push the plot forward. There's not a wasted scene. There's no Trade Federation stuff. There's no sitting around in a semicircle talking. This is not the prequels. In many ways, it's not the prequels. Not even the lightsaber fights. A lot of people are like, well, the lightsaber fights were cool in the prequels. That was probably the best part. But the lightsaber fights are way different. They're more raw. They're gritty. I really enjoyed those lightsaber fights when they did occur. I guess you gotta praise the cast of this movie. Daisy Ridley, amazing. For this being her first feature film, she seems like she's a veteran already. It's not like, oh, yeah, it's her first film. She was really good in it, though. It's her first film. It's a great breakout role for her. No, she's a star. She is a star. I'm so happy that she's in this franchise, and she's amazing. Also, John Boyega is great, but my other favorite character would be Poe Dameron, played by Oscar Isaac. I love Oscar Isaac as an actor in all of his other roles. So just him in this role was amazing. Daisy and Oscar Isaac, definitely my favorite actors in this movie, and my favorite characters from Rey and Poe. Now let's talk about the villain, Kylo Ren. He's awesome in this movie as well. Very different than Vader. Many people have said that, well, what if he just looks like another Vader? He just loves Vader and he wants to be like Vader. Not the case. He's got a lot of dimension to him, and he's a great villain for this movie. Another big plus in this movie is the humor. It's a very funny movie. It's different humor than any Star Wars movie, I'd say. It's more modern, if that makes any sense. A lot of the original Star Wars has humor in it, and it's great. It's funny, but I laughed more in this movie, I would say, than any other Star Wars movie. And it's not the stupid humor that's in the prequel with Jar Jar Binks. The humor, a lot of it comes from BB-8, who is amazing. BB-8 there's a reason he's so likable. You want a BB-8 in your house just to hang out with. He's awesome. So I guess some other complaints that could be there online are that, like, well, it doesn't answer everything. There's still questions out there after this movie. It answers some, but it leaves a lot open, and I like that. It makes you want to see episode 8. When this movie ended, I'm like, okay, now the next one's going to come on, right? You want to see that, and then you got to wait a year and a half. It's not too bad. You're not waiting 2 years. You're waiting a year and a half. It's going to come out in the summer this time, for episode 8, that is. But like, it was there's so many questions that I want to have answered, but I'm excited that they have 2 more movies to explain these questions, and you don't need everything answered in one movie. The original trilogy wasn't like that, and I don't think this one needs to be like that either. I'll also say, I don't think you necessarily even need to watch the original trilogy to enjoy this movie. I would say, of course, if you watch the original trilogy, like, do it. But if you're like, oh, I don't want to, I think you don't need to. Sure, you'll miss out on the Han Solo stuff, but it's very much led by these new characters, especially John Boyega and Daisy Ridley. These guys are your new pairing, pretty much, that you're gonna see, like, and along with Oscar Isaac there, and it's the new crowd that's gonna carry this franchise. I will say, so some of my complaints, I'm gonna gloss over them kind of because I don't want to spoil anything. There's a couple scenes where I thought the humor was used and there were funny jokes, but I think it could have been more impactful if they left the humor out. That's just my thoughts on it. I've heard my girlfriend, for example, has different thoughts. She's like, no, I like the scene I'm talking about. She's like, no, I think that worked. And I'm like, well, I think it would have been more impactful if they didn't have a joke there. But there was one, and it's, again, I'm nitpicking. I also think there's a couple characters that I think could have been utilized a bit more. Again, I can't really say much without spoiling anything, but I just think there's a couple wasted things in the movie. But that's not to say it won't be fixed in other movies. So again, I'm complaining about things that I don't know. Like, once I watch this as a whole, as a trilogy, I'll be like, well, yeah, that made sense. I know why they did that now. But overall, other than that, it's hard for me to find any other negatives. I love this movie start to finish. I love seeing real sets. It felt like an adventure again. That's mainly what it is. It had the feel of an adventure. And that's what you want Star Wars to be. So with all that said, I give this a movie rating, just because of those minor complaints right now, a 9.5 out of 10. But I give my enjoyment rating a 10 out of 10. It was awesome. It was awesome. I loved it. I'm going to watch this a couple more times in theaters. And I recommend you guys, if you haven't seen it, check it out right now. So I'm not actually even going to get into any real spoilers in this video. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section. Viewers, be careful of the comment section on any video, by the way, because there could be spoilers in there. Just letting you know. If you can, just use spoiler tags or something like spoiler and then talk about it. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Are you looking forward to Star Wars? Did you like the movie? And your thoughts on it as a whole. Also, I'm repping my Kylo Ren t-shirt for the Star Wars review. So he's an awesome character. I already have. If he sucked, I would have had to burn the shirt. So that's it. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel for more videos each and every week. That is it, and I will talk to you all later.